Volkswagen Tiguan. I was looking forward to meeting you and your wife so that she can see this lovely vehicle. Please give me a call. Your earliest convenience at, and I put the phone number. I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks. Now, I sent this on February 25th. So a couple of days go by, no response, no response. All of a sudden, one day, I'm going out to lunch. March 3rd, 3:05. I'm driving back into the dealership, and he responds to me. Hey Stan, unfortunately I couldn't convince my wife on the Tiguan, although I loved it. She's not so fond of it, to say the least. I appreciate the time you took to show us the vehicle. I wish she would have loved it, but she does not have to drive it. She does have to drive it every day, and I don't want her hating it for the rest of the 3 years. Thanks again. So what do I know now? Okay, he's not interested in this vehicle. Okay, great. I'm going to stop wasting my time. I'm going to move on to my other 1,000 leads that I have. Okay, same thing with service. You do the same thing with the service. Customer doesn't come in for their 1995 oil change. They don't come in for their transmission work. Any kind of work that they need to get done on their vehicle, you can follow up with them the same exact way. They will respond to you. Like I said, we just went over the numbers. They are on Facebook more than they are on their emails. And like I said, they don't like to pick up their phones. Okay. Another example. Okay. I sent an email to a customer who actually had an appointment also, didn't come in. Okay. But here I actually engaged in social media because she wasn't a fan. This dealership is just starting to get their act together with digital marketing. They only have 776 Facebook fans. So in addition to trying to find out where she's at with her purchase process, I invited her to join our Facebook page. Okay? And so that same day, she actually responded back to me, and she said she found a vehicle locally where she was at. She made a purchase. But you seem to have great service and a lot of inventory. I will refer. What's great about this is this dealership works with a company called Send a Friend, where every time she refers a customer to us, we'll send her $250. So you think that I could maybe utilize that and send that to her? Or maybe I can turn around, even though she can buy a car from me, I can turn around and I can ask her to write a review about our dealership. She can deal with a salesperson, she can deal with a service advisor, but she dealt with a BDC. She can turn around and actually write something about that, because every member of the dealership is important when it comes to online reviews. Okay? An example of a service follow-up message that I would do for service, for fixed ops. Mr. Jones, my name is Sher, service coordinator at EBC Motors. I wanted to follow up with you regarding your request for an oil change. I tried to reach you by phone and email, but had no success in getting a hold of you. It is important that we speak so that I can personally take care of your needs. Please give me a call at whatever the phone number is. Thank you. Very simple. They will respond to you. And the ones that don't, they won't. But all you're trying to do is increase contacts for your store. Okay, again, I don't care if it's for sales, service, or parts. Another one, service appointment doesn't show up. Okay, my name is Sher, service coordinator at EBC Motors. I noticed that we had an appointment for 2:15 regarding your transmission repair. Perhaps you forgot about our appointment, or you had some difficulty getting the vehicle to us. I wanted to follow up with you and make sure that everything is all right. We understand how important it is for you to drive with safety and want the opportunity to assist you. If there is any way that I can help you or make arrangements to get your vehicle here, please let me know. It is important that we speak so that I can personally take care of your needs. Please give me a call. What am I doing here? Okay, I don't know how many dealerships here have service concierge. The best example is my father, he works in service. I talked about him before. He's a mechanic. He's a Lexus master technician. He lives in Palm Coast, Florida. He works at Lexus of Jacksonville. His commute to work is 65 miles each way. Unfortunately, there's no Lexus dealer around, and he's so stubborn, he just wants to work with Lexus because he's got 10 years experience. Okay, what's interesting is where my father lives, there's a lot of affluent people who drive Lexus. So what happens is if a customer wants to bring in their car for service, they don't want to drive to Orlando, 70 miles. They don't want to drive to Jacksonville, 65 miles. My father lives there. Okay, so they book an appointment. My father leaves his car at the dealership, picks up the loaner, brings it to the customer, grabs their car overnight. The next morning, brings the car to work, works on the car, makes his money, his flat rate, so to speak, fixes that car, brings it back to the customer, gets the loaner car. Okay. That can be done. And again, this all depends on your dealership's policies with employees driving company cars, but that stuff can be done. Okay, all day long it can be done. Okay, and all you're doing is you're building value. You're giving the customer a reason to do business. You're letting them like you more. Okay, so what gets more interesting is follow up after repair. Okay, just like a CSI. call or a CSI email, you can literally utilize Facebook to follow up with your customers after a repair. Okay, this is Mr. Lewis. This is Sher, Service Coordinator at ABC Motors. I want to personally thank you for your business and continued trust in ABC Motors. It has been a pleasure working with you and helping to maintain your vehicle. I would like to ask you for a favor. If you could please visit www.dealerrater.com, rate us, and post a review about your experience with me, I would greatly appreciate it. It really means a lot to us when we can help our clients. If there's anything that I can do for you, please don't hesitate to call me at 555 or whatever the phone number is. Thank you again. Now, it doesn't have to just be DealerRater, it could be Google and anything else. Any review site, okay? Or you can ask them to put a review on 2 sites, whatever is more comfortable for your store at that time. But this is just another way of getting a hold of the customer, okay? Parts request, okay? I don't know about you guys, but every time I walk through a dealership, when I work in a dealership, parts always seem to be the one department that doesn't really get a whole lot done, because it's just, I get a call, they get a part in, it's not in, they order it. It seems to be one of the most lacking departments in the dealership. Does anyone disagree with me? I don't know, I mean, this is how I've seen it before, okay? This is the complaints my father gives me working at a dealership as well, okay? Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, don't get his rating.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But here's the thing, though. How many parts requests online get responded to? We have dealerships here that don't have service BDCs and they don't have a service CRM. Okay, what happens when a customer submits that need? It goes into your sales department, sales prints it out, gives it the parts, and we don't know what happens. We don't have any accountability for what happens. Okay, you could have just sold $3,000 worth of parts and you didn't because you don't know what goes on. They'll, oh, I'll get to it later. Okay, you need to be able to inspect what you have to expect. So it's very simple. Okay, dear Mr. Jones, this is Sher, a parts coordinator at ABC Motors. I wanted to personally thank you for your request regarding the alloy wheels for the 2001 Acura Integra GSR. We're assuming we're an Acura dealer. After doing some research, I've located a set of these wheels. We can have them here for you for the next 48 hours. These wheels are hard to find, which is why it's important that I speak with you as soon as possible. Please give me a call. What are we doing? We are building urgency. Okay, first of all, it's 2001 Acura Integra. They don't make that car anymore. Okay, if you located those wheels, chances are they're hard to find, and you want to sell them because you're not going to just sit there and let your parts inventory sit there for 30, 60, 90 days, what have you. You want to sell those wheels. So you build urgency. We'll have them here within 48 hours. You know, please call me. I'll get a deposit on whatever, and we'll get you your wheels. That's how you make money in parts. Additional income that you're missing out on right now. Okay? The bottom line here is fresh opportunities or existing opportunities are the ultimate way to literally use Facebook for follow-up. Okay? A missed opportunity or a missed appointment follow-up is another way. I just showed you an example of a message that I would send out if I was working in the parts department. A thank you for your business message, the CSI message we just discussed. A part sale request that I just showed you. Okay? It could be a simple 1995 oil change or a $3,000 transmission repair. It can be used in any department. Okay? Sales, F&I, service, parts. You can literally have a whole other way of getting a hold of your customers. Okay? The benefits here is you're getting a bigger connection. You're increasing the response from your customers. Okay? The other benefit is you're learning their statuses. Okay? Did they service elsewhere? Okay? Why did they not come in? You can also get them to like your dealer Facebook fan page. Like you saw in that one email, I asked the customer to like the fan page. Okay, this is also an opportunity to answer any questions or flush out any details that the customer might have issues with. Okay, it gives you an opportunity to build a relationship through common ground and increase your CSI. Okay, however, I do have a disclaimer for Facebook. I have a very big disclaimer. And this case study that I just showed you with the Volkswagen store, and I found out why I would do it a certain way. If I could do it a little differently, I would have. And this is what I would do. Okay? This is just creative thinking out of the box coming here. Okay? You got to build a dealership branded individual profile. Okay? You have a Facebook page for your fans. You have to build a profile so you can reach out to your customers. If you have 8 people in your BDC or 8 people that will respond to those customers, each person has to have their own branded profile for Facebook. Okay, and the example would be Stan at ABC Motors. Okay, do not accept friend requests from anybody. Okay? Do not log in from a personal account. Log all your notes and follow-up attempts in your CRM unless there's an automatic integration in place. Maintain professional appearance and attitude with customers. Question is why? First of all, as a manager, if I have 8 people working under me, I can literally, if I have the access to their accounts, I can log in to all of my reps or my service advisors or my salespeople. I can log in literally to their Facebook profile, and I can see what contacts they've made. Are they actually doing their job, or are they on there goofing off? So you create a social media policy for your dealership. Okay? Where to go? So the problem with a personal profile is a couple things. It becomes a distraction with newsfeed showing up. There was one instance, and I don't have that example on here. I couldn't get a screenshot of it for some reason. There was an instance where I logged in from my own profile to send one of those messages, and I have 2,000 friends. As a matter of fact, 2 of them are sitting back there. Hi, Gary. Hi, Arnold. These people are very big on Facebook, just like me, and as a lot of other people. Well, what's interesting is when you log in, you got a news feed going on, okay? And on that news feed, you can see everybody's status and everybody's news and everything that's going on. And what happens is you start looking at that news feed because it's right there, and you get distracted. You start pressing like buttons, you start commenting on people's profiles. It took me 25 minutes to respond to try to actually get my job done. I wasted 25 minutes of work myself. And I'm a pretty serious individual. I'm very strict with a lot of things, and I still was goofing off. It happens. We're human, right? Okay, so if I have that policy in place with a branded profile, like I said, it was Stan at ABC Motors, Nancy at ABC Motors, Gary at ABC Motors, whoever it is. If I have that, at least I know that there's a policy, and I can just log in and I can check the messages. Okay? So